All right, so it has been a minute, and welcome back to the podcast, everybody. Yeah, it's been a minute. I apologize for that, and this episode will kind of explain where I've been, what's going on, and what's to come over the next couple of months here, because I do have more content coming. Not just to this podcast, but to I'm starting a new podcast, which you'll hear about in due time. And of course, this fall, I have a lot more content coming. But in today's episode, I want to talk a little bit about why I've been gone for so long, what's happened, and the title kind of gives it away a little bit, but I'm going to explain in further detail. So here we go. In December, right around Christmas, I lost my job. I got laid off, and I haven't been back to work since. Now, in essence, I mean, it's not a good thing. No, it's never a good thing when you lose your job. And I don't envy, but I do feel for those who have lost their jobs like I have. We're in the same boat. You kind of get stuck in a rut. And that's what's happened to me, especially in the last, I'd say, probably couple of months. I really haven't started to feel it up until recently, when I got stuck in this rut. And I've been you know how you get stuck in a rut. You know, you get to doing the same thing every single day, and just the days kind of mesh together, and you just feel like you're in just slow motion, sort of doing the same thing over and over and over again. And believe me, I've been in that. By the way, there'll be a blog post in tandem with this podcast episode that I'll link in the show notes, or if you're listening on YouTube, in the description, that kind of further explains this, or that goes into a little bit of further detail. But yeah, I've just been stuck in a rut, and I'm working to get out of it. Mainly, I've started doing research on becoming what I would ideally like to be, and that is a content creator. And content creator, of course, that's a subjective term. You know, people think of it in different ways. There's a huge difference between influencer and content creator. I'm not trying to be an influencer. I'm trying to be a content creator that creates content for people to listen to, like this, and watch, like YouTube videos. You know, I'm not trying to be a hero. I'm not trying to be, somebody who documents every single facet of my life, because let's face it, my life is not that entertaining. It's really not entertaining. But I'm someone who just wants to create stuff that people will not only enjoy, but can get value from, like this podcast. You know that we do podcasts here, and I hope you get some value and something from it, not just, me just talking into a microphone. I hope you get some sort of value from it. But yeah, I've been back to the main topic. I kind of got off on a tangent there, but back on the main topic, I've been stuck in a rut, and I'm working to get out of it. And when you get stuck in a rut, like I said, you do the same thing every day. Like in my case, I watch the same YouTube videos every day. I do the same stuff almost every day. I do the same, I just do, like, everything's the same. And it can get boring. It can get annoying. And I'm already there and then some. So what I'm starting to do is work on getting out of that rut by focusing back on myself again, because I've kind of lost myself since I've lost my job. But now I'm going to take the summer and continue working on myself, because like I said, I've lost that. I need to get back into that, and I'm going to work into getting back into better shape physically, I've lost my way physically. I can tell you that. Mentally and emotionally. I mean, there was something that happened couple weeks ago, actually, that set off like a light bulb. Like, okay, this is a wake up call. I need to change what I'm doing because I can't keep going on like this. And once that went off, I'm like, okay, something's got to change. And I'm working on changes in my life, both, well, definitely for the better. And it really needs to be worked on and addressed. And I'm going to do my best to continue to work on those things. And like I said, my podcasts are all over the place. My episodes here can be all over the place, but they will, you will get some value from them. I'm hoping you're getting a value from this. If you're stuck in a rut, basically what I'm trying to say is if you're stuck in a rut, mix it up. Try something different. Go out of the box. Get out of your comfort zone. And keep trying different stuff. You don't do the same thing every day. And that's also for those who do work and do have a job. Make sure you're doing different stuff. You're watching different stuff. You're balancing out what you're digesting in terms of not just food, but what you listen to. Like what I've been doing, like I said recently, is listening to people like Gary Vee and other content creators who are in this game, who are in the content creating thing, to try and I'm trying to better not perfect, because it'll never be perfect, but to better hone my skills into content creating. I'm going to do kind of like what a football player does. And, the football team, they watch the game tape. Well, when I come back into YouTube later this year, I'm going to go back to my old YouTube videos, see what I was doing wrong and how I can do better. That's basically what I want you to take from this, is when you're stuck in a rut, do things that are different. But also, if you're good at something, or if you want to get good at something, keep working at it. And you will get better. Like with these podcasts, I mean, my first one probably was terrible. This one here might be a lot better than my first one. I don't know. You guys can be the judge of that. But yeah, I just wanted to come on here today to talk about how I've been stuck in a rut and how I am working to get out of it, and I'm going to spend all summer working on getting out of it. That's really what this summer is going to be all about, aside from the usual summer things, Big Brother, which I am starting a podcast about Big Brother. You will hear about the details in due time, as I've said. But aside from that, continue working on myself, work on getting better at podcasting and content creating and all that good stuff. Because the only way to get better is to keep doing it and see what works and what doesn't work. And I'm hoping this is working for you and you're getting some value from this. So I appreciate everybody listening. I appreciate you listening to this wherever you listen, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube. It's on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. I appreciate all of you that listen. And like I said, there will be a blog post in tandem with this podcast episode. It will be in the show notes, or YouTube terms in the description, so you can read kind of a little bit more of what I'm talking about, as opposed to just listening to what I talk about. So stay tuned for the details on the Big Brother podcast. And like I said, if you're stuck in a rut like me, I feel for you. I've been there. I've been like this for most of the year thus far, but I'm working on getting out of it. I hope you are doing well, whether or not you're stuck in a rut or what have you. But I do thank you all for listening, taking the time out of what maybe a busy life for you to listen to me talk for 10 minutes. But I really do appreciate it, everybody. Thank you so much. And let me know what you guys think. I value your feedback. I want to hear what you guys think. I want to hear what you have to say. That's also important. Your feedback helps me get better as well. So if you got feedback, let me know. Reach out in the podcast comments on Spotify, or reach out to me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, social media. I'm all there. So yeah, reach out there too. I want to just, again, thank you everybody for listening, and we will talk again soon. In the meantime, do take care.